Hey, aloha. I think you guys can hear me, but had a little bit of technical difficulties here on getting my audio or my video up. So hang on one sec. Let me see. But what I can do in the interim is, hang on, let me go over here to this and just transition. So my pig had pigs last night. So while I fix this, let's see. I think this is the recording because I had it live stream, but it dropped. But according to this, somewhere I'm gonna put the playback speed a little bit faster. Let's see, playback speed faster. And let's see, I think she's going to give birth in this little thing here. So while I work on my camera, hopefully I don't disconnect anything else. You guys can check this out. So we'll see. Pigs coming out here. This was recorded locally on my computer. Let's see here. Is it going? She's going to start giving birth here any moment. So anyway, check that out while I fix this. Okay, cool. I'm back with video, and she didn't give birth yet. Come on. It was just like yesterday, right? Everyone's like, the suspense, the action. I'm gonna play at double speed. Let's see. Come on, where's those pigs? Where are they? Yeah. No, thanks for tons of folks tuning in yesterday to watch live. I thought it was going to happen during the day, but there. Oh, look. Oh, okay, that was, yeah. Are they going to pop out of there? Come on, short ribs. But, hang on. Let's see. Okay, well, hang on. I'll pause that. Let's go back over here. And, so let's see here. Let's start properly. I get so excited with these baby pigs, I tell you. And she kind of April Fool's us yesterday. Like all day, I thought she was going to give birth, but it happened last night. So hang on, let's start with some Ching here. Oh, today's conflict. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because the camera wasn't working and these other things and all that. But you guys can still hear me, right? I hope. So again, we got this a couple days ago. wasn't the best show for me, but we'll see. Hopefully this one is better, and hopefully for some reason this is just coming in. But it says conflict. The proper response to conflict, whether it lies within us or without us, is disengagement. Hey, I'll say it. Whenever we allow ourselves to be drawn off balance, away from the quiet strength of quiet integrity, we're in conflict. It matters not whether the confrontation is between competing values in one's own mind or with another person. Yeah, okay. It It's the inner departure from clarity and equanimity that leaves us with feelings of despair and vulnerability. The only remedy is to disengage from the problem and return to quiet contemplation of what is correct. Conflict provokes strong feelings of doubt, fear, anxiety, and impatience to resolve the situation. If you act under the influence of these inferior emotions, you will severely complicate the misfortune. By following the prescription of the sage and returning to a position of neutrality, acceptance, and detachment, you are able to meet opposing forces halfway, not recoiling in anger and condemnation, and not pressing forward to some unnatural change in things, but waiting calmly in the center for the higher power to provide the correct solution. The I Ching teaches us that all conflict, in the end, is inner conflict. When you see it beginning, you're obliged not to pursue it, for this only compounds your own misfortune. If you cannot regain your equanimity on your own, then seek the assistance of a just and impartial person in resolving the difficulty. The only way to live free of conflict is to hold steadfastly to proper principles in all things. Through balance, patience, and devotion to inner truth, we rise above every challenge. So, yeah, hey, what's up, natural farming family? It's good to see you guys all. And I just want to mention that yesterday I had it was a really good time of, I was live streaming my pigs here, and what was different for me was yesterday I got to sit and like chat with you guys, which is not something I always get to do, right? Because I always run this thing and do this, and you guys are such a great, vibrant community out there. And but then I end up like facilitating this as like a facilitator, right? But I don't get to like engage in the chat. And it was so nice yesterday, because a bunch of you guys tuned in, and it was so cool to talk story in the chat and just like really relate. Because sometimes it's like, here I talk, and then it's like some chat comes in, and then it's like, oh, and all this other stuff that I don't get to engage with the community in the same way, And so I really enjoyed yesterday because it wasn't about me. It was just about natural farming, which, I would say every episode's about that. But then sometimes, it's about me because I'm helping to facilitate it. But really, and just great comments from folks that were, out and about. And I'm going to fast forward this a little bit here. See. Okay, that looks like the first pig coming out, maybe. Is it? The pigs kind of came out in this corner. I should have tilted the camera down yesterday. I did tilt it down. But yeah, and George was there, and he says he got his first IMO 2 collection. Had to make it indoors because it's 59 degrees north. Yeah, man, awesome. Really, really good. Good way to do it. Do it indoors. Yeah, you join the club, Cecily says, man. Like, yeah, nothing's better than having the getting good IMO and feeling good about it. Let's see. This is, again, today, watching it come out again, it's just like yesterday. It's just like, when's it going to happen? Come on. But you got to disengage from the conflict. It looks like a little pig came out there. I'm going to fast forward a little bit more here. Oh, she rolled over. Okay. And then, yesterday's stream was, she's getting her nest better, a little bit better. Oh, there is a little piggy. There is one. Oh, there's two. Oh, she's popping them out of camera. Oh, look at these these little guys. Oh, I also got this too, so you can see my mouse maybe a little better. I don't know. I got that thing around it now. But the little pigs are popping out. Oh my gosh. Um, so anyway, I'm glad that I was able to, live stream this, and what an event for us. My family, I used to have a boar and a sow, two sows, and they would, yeah, let me slow down. I got a bunch of litters of pigs from them. But then I ran into some troubles of just, the family, our priorities, everything we're doing. And we ended up having to sell my boar. And then I think we ate one of the sows. And then, we actually sold the boar and the sow together, one of them. And then we ate the other sow. And then I had, and so then for me to get back to having and then we kept one of their children. Oh no, she laid down on him. Oh no. Oh mama. Well, okay. But they're okay now. Trust me, they lived through all this. And we have 8 new baby pigs. But we ended up having to sell them just because, feeding pigs is not an easy task. It's really pretty hard. It's a lot of work. Oh, she stepped. Oh, she stepped right on that one's head. That's okay. The pigs are tough. Pigs are really tough. She's looking at him. She's like, what did I just do? She has no idea. She was a gilt, right? So this is her first litter ever. She's turning around, so she's not going to step on him anymore. Smart mama. Smart mama. Oh, little baby pigs, brand new to the world. Oh my gosh. So anyway, and then I got this boar over here, Papa Lalo, who's the father of these pigs. But it took me, it took me a year of raising him until he was big enough to try to mate. And then I tried to mate him to baby Bacon, who's in the pen. I have 4 pens. She's in the pen on this side, like across him and kitty corner to her. And she just would not mate. She would not lock up. She would, and she was just the most prude of it's like, come on, this is what you're supposed to do. This is why we're feeding you, is to make more pigs, to raise more family. Oh, look, Papa, he's so concerned. Oh, another one came out. Oh my gosh, there's 3. Oh, look, they're coming out the back. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that one. He's just he's out. Oh yeah. And so for years, I've been just, and I thought, oh, okay. So I tried to mate them like 5-6 times, and she was just, baby Bacon was just not having it. I'd try to put her over there and I'd move him into the cage when she's in heat, and she would not lock up. She'd just lay down and she wouldn't let him mate. And then, so then I got Shortribs, like a year ago. I don't know. I should look at my calendar for when I got her. But so then I got her, and then, then she's too small and too immature, right? So then I raise her up, and then she had a few heats. And then I felt confident that she was like big enough, even though she's a smaller pig. I felt like, well, let's just go for it. And he then dug a hole through the center, actually, right here, right where she's laying. He dug a hole through. He knew she was in heat and he was ready. And apparently she was ready, because she did lock up for him. And I do have a picture of them in the act, which is kind of funny because, when they're in heat, they go at it a fair amount of times. It's not just once. Oh my gosh, there's another one coming out. I could see it. Oh, push it out. Come on. Oh. I know what happens. I mean, I've already, spoiler alert. Oh, they came out though. Oh my gosh. And look how they come out and they move right away. And these suckers are already ready. They're already trying to nurse. Look at these little pigs. They're not even 10 minutes old. It's already nursing. Oh my gosh. And so now, I mean, with all this, it was like 4 years of like feeding pigs, managing pigs, trying to get these pigs up to size and trying to get them to mate. And now I got my first successful pig litter. And, after just years of working and feeding and the hundreds of dollars and maybe thousands of dollars of feed, and gas and everything. Cause I go pick up 800 pounds of papaya, not even now, pick up 400 pounds papaya. Oh, there's another one. Oh my gosh, these little guys. They're so amazing. And so I'm just so happy and proud to have pigs. And finally, like, my whole family went up there this morning to go look at the baby pigs, and my parents have new iPhones, so they got some really nice photos. And did I take any photos? I took a video. I know I did. But you know, of the pigs here, it just, I can, like, these are the pinnacle of natural farming. Like literally, like, you know, if you're a natural farmer, oh my gosh, another one coming out. Oh my gosh. And there's 8 of them. There's 8. So, so whoever bet 8, you win. It's actually my sister. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this was her first litter. She could, I think maybe her next litter will be bigger. And, any guesses, I'll, you know, throw this in the chat right now. Any guesses how many males, how many females out of those 8? So just better yet, how many of them do you think were female? Put it in the chat and let's see who's going to be the lucky winner here. No, I don't think there's a prize, but actually the prize is I will name one of the pigs of your choosing, as long as it's a pork product. As long as it's pork products. 7. Okay, so put the amount of males you think it was, and yeah. So having this many pigs, you know, 8 pigs come out. Oh, you guys said, I said it in the last video. I was like, how did you guys win? You guys were watching the other live stream. Okay. Well, if you didn't watch the video, if you didn't watch it, then do it. I said it in the last video. It's true. I went up there. I lifted them all up to look. You guys. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, look at all those. Is there 8 of them yet? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 of them out so far. Oh, there might be another one under. No, it's her leg. But yeah. So if you're watching the other video, you know the answer. It's always, you know. So, and just so you know, my first litter of pigs ever I had 5 pigs and I had 5 males. And I was looking at them, I'm like, which one are the females? Like, how do you tell the difference? They were all males. I didn't have a single female, so I couldn't tell the difference. But it's real obvious when you have a male and a female, and you look at the back, you're like, oh yeah, that's a female, that's a male, right? Oh look, no, they're already trying to nurse. They're already fighting for the front. So just so you know that the pigs here, the front nipple, the front couple nipples, the closer they are to the top of the pig, the more milk they create. So the pigs are jockeying for the front nipples, and that's like their thing. Like, they don't want to nurse on the back, right? All these open nipples on the back, they don't want those. And the thing is, once the pig gets its nipple, it basically has that nipple for the rest of its upbringing. It always gets the same one. It's always able to knock the other pigs off, and it always has the same one. So right now they're all jockeying to get that front nipple. And that's what they're doing. That's why they're kind of right up there in the front, and she's kicking one of them off. But that's and so usually what you do as a farmer is you can get in there and you can take the runt. Oh, another one came out. Oh my gosh, another one came out. Oh my gosh, look at that shiny little pig. And so as a farmer, what you can do is you can take the runty ones, and in the first day or two, you can go in there when they nurse, and you can knock the big one off the front and put the small one on the front nipple. And if you do that for a couple teat, I don't know what's the correct word, nipple, teat, I don't know. I don't want to be using the wrong words here. But you put them on the front, and then they will size better and faster, and your bigger pig will get the normal amount, and that way you'll have more even sizing of pigs, and you don't get one big like bully pig. You get all the pigs more balanced to each other, and the runts get more nutrition that way. They become bigger, awesomer pigs, and the little ones go to the back. Yeah, tit tips, awesome. Yeah, I don't, you know, you get to talk about all these things, I guess, when it comes down to animals. But isn't this cool? I'm glad I got it recorded. Did anyone catch it live? I'm not sure because I woke up this morning and my parents came over and they're like, the internet's out. But my dad came into the office and it was live streaming right here on this camera. And he looked and he's like, oh, it's still live streaming. So, but I don't know if the actual YouTube live stream caught the birth, but luckily it recorded locally. And this was actually 84 gigabytes of recording. So we're going to trim it down a little bit because that was a big thing there. But yeah, like seeing, an eyewitness passed out after his celebratory drink. And I tried to stay up as late as I could. I stayed up till about 10:30 watching them. And then I passed out as well. I was like, I had it set up to record and I was just like, look, I'll watch it later. But I did want to watch it live. But yeah, celebratory drink. I'll have this vodka from the tap, also known as water, and oh yeah, to short ribs and to the prosperity of the KNF farm, and to New Life, and to Master Cho for showing me this, and to Mike DuPont for introducing us to the livestock. And yeah, look at, they're already jockeying for the teats, right? They've already found their teats. Look at that. And that's why the runt gets the back teat, because the runt isn't even out yet. And these ones have already claimed their teats. Yeah, right? They've already claimed it. And they're like, that's mine. And the runt is still in the womb coming out. It's not even out yet. And these pigs have already been like, that one's mine. And there's just more milk that comes out of the front. It's just the way, I don't know. It's the way it is. Maybe it's closer to the heart, more energy, more love. I don't know why that happens, I don't think that's the case in women. I think, I don't know. Maybe tell me. I think most equal milk comes out of both teats. Women only have two usually, I'm pretty sure. At least every woman I've met. Or less, right? 'Cause sometimes people have mastectomies and those things, and that's unfortunate. But but yeah, like I'm pretty sure even milk comes out. I don't know. Maybe one gives more than the other. I don't know. But I do know that these, in the women, it's right next to their heart again. Like, so the most milk coming out right by their heart, right? So maybe there's something to that. Maybe there's more love. Maybe there's more blood. I don't know. What makes the magic of the milk happen. But other pro tip we have here is that, so if you watched yesterday's live stream and you saw me feed them, been feeding her yogurt because we've had this milk cow and we've been fermenting the extra milk that we can't deal with into yogurt, and we've been feeding it to Shorty so that she has enough nutrition. And I told Suze the other day, hey, why don't you put some calcium phosphate, some structure in there, because that helps her milk production. It helps her in this reproduction, right? It helps her in this she needs this extra structure, and the calcium phosphate is the number one thing to help increase milk production. So as she continues to nurse and milk, we'll continue to supplement her diet with some fermented plant juice, whey, yogurt, the lactobacilluses, right, to help keep down disease. Oh, look, that pig, this wet pig that just came out, he gets a back teat. Come on, man, move up front, man. Move up front. And then this pig up here is confused. He's trying to nurse on her neck. He's a vampire. It's like, bro, you got to go back a little bit for the teats. But these were the first ones that came out. You can see by they're drying off. They're not even shiny anymore. So they're getting, they know what's up. But right away they nurse. It's just like, oh my gosh, what a, like, the only thing I could say is women and females that are in this are hardcore. Not only did you just give birth and like crank all this out, like, I don't know if it's painful. I who knows? I imagine it is. And then right away they're like, not only did they just like give birth and like lose all these nutrients and be a new child, now they're losing nutrients right out of their teats, like, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, ladies. I mean, it's like, it's the miracle of life. And it's like, what an honor to be a woman, to be able to give birth and propagate life. But it's like, talk about just like, hardcore on their bodies and just everything. It's just, what a miracle. What a, shout out to all the ladies, all the women that are, that are able to give birth and bring new life in, and all those women that, if you can't, that you mentor and you give that motherly love out, because man, it's just like, I'm glad this lifetime I'm a man and my job's a little bit easier. It's just put it in, pull it out, and then make sure my woman has the most amazing, and supporting her and holding her through this whole process, just like these pigs, working my butt off to make sure they got nutrition, working my butt off to make sure, they got everything they need to be prosperous and the right nutrition at the right time. And, I fed Shortribs this morning. I fed her a little bit extra feed there just to make sure she's in top form and doing her stuff. Cause man, what a miracle. What a miracle seeing these little pigs. This guy in the front, man, he's confused. It's like, hey, you're missing out, man. He just wants to give his mom hugs and kisses. These legs are blocking him. He can't figure out how to get around those. Like, dude, come on, man. Come on. All his other brothers, and even this one that came out just recently is getting more milk than him. It's like, oh man, come on. But yeah, it's good to see these guys. Okay, and Cheryl says Cheryl would know. She's had children, and she said that generally women have one slightly larger breast, and the larger breast gave more milk. Okay, so even in human women, if you have apparently one may be larger than the other, and same with our cow. Actually, the back two udders give more milk at the present. And one of the front udders had mastitis, so we've been dealing with that, treating that. And that udder gives next to no milk now. So I think it might have been damaged, or I don't know, man. Mastitis, oh, what a bummer. It's like you're trying to give milk and then get infection in your teat, and it's like, oh my gosh. And actually, I did have to resort to antibiotics because we tried to get it under control with some Korean natural farming stuff, and we're feeding and supplementing her. But it was just, don't ever underestimate the power of antibiotics and those things in Western medicine. It can always come in there. So her teat in the front now doesn't give as much milk, and her front teat's way less milk, and her back teat's like about twice as much. So I'm not sure, it's my first cow. Oh my gosh, she's kicking them. Welcome to the real world, pigs. She's kicking them off. She's like, please, it hurts. I'm done. I'm not even nursing. I'm trying to still give birth. Kicking them off there. Oh my gosh. It's like, guys, take it easy. But yeah, so it's only my first cow. I'm not sure. We only get about 2 gallons, or actually 1.5 gallons of milk right now. And our cow has been in milk since August. And so we have her, and we're milking her. But I'm really a noob when it comes to milking cows. I'm just getting into that. But the dairy has been amazing. Having your own fresh, raw dairy, highly recommend it. If you can afford a milk cow, and a milk machine, or if you want to hand milk it, that's fine too. But I highly recommend you get a cow and pigs and chickens, and then you turn your KNF farm into the amazing thing. Because the best part about this is, like, this floor, even though she poops and stuff in here, I don't have to clean it. I don't have to worry about disease. I can just roll around in here with all these baby pigs, and I can make pig pyramids and stack them up and hang out with them and pet them all. It's going to be so amazing. And we do hand milk once in a while. I'm not very good at it. My wife's a lot better. But I just got a milking machine from MIDI Supply. So if you're looking for a good reputable place, MIDI Supply, tell them I sent you, because eventually I'll need replacement parts and maybe I'll get a discount. Who knows? Or don't tell them. Either way, whatever. It's a reputable, good company. They bring in the milk machines from Turkey. Okay, that pig that was confused, I think, found its way. But are they all out? I don't know. We gotta wait for the postpartum to come out. And apparently, this is something I learned today that my mom knew, is they have 2 placentas, which makes sense because there's actually 2 chambers. There's one on one side and one on the other side. I think there's 2 uterus. I don't know, but apparently there's 2 chambers, and it would make sense that they would have a uterus for or not a uterus, but a placenta for each chamber. So I don't know. I was reading about it and said the horns, there you can reach in there, and apparently it goes up to your shoulder, which it does when you're artificially inseminating. It's like the tube is like really long. It's like 3 feet long, and you twist it in there, and you twist it, lock it in, and then let this the semen get sucked up in there. But apparently, if you have problems, you could lube your hand and reach in there, and you reach and feel for the horns, which I think are the 2 things in the 2 placentas. I don't know. I'm learning a lot about, the miracles of life and how all this works. Look at them pigs just nursing away, man. They don't waste any time. They just go for it. And so, yeah, so luckily she had birth without us last night. We didn't have to help, because I'm not really looking forward to lubing my hand up and reaching it up there. Not, that's not, unless I needed to in a complete emergency. No. So, and Goofman's asking if we're hand milking. Yeah, sort of sometimes with the machine, the Mastitis machine from Turkey, man. It's awesome because something else I've learned about milking the cows is that if you can do it in the first 6 minutes, you're going to get way more milk. It's less stress on the cow. And when we hand milk, it takes us 20 minutes, half hour to get the milk out, and the milk doesn't drop as fast. In the baby cow is like voracious how it sucks out the milk. And so is this machine. Works with a vacuum pump and just sucks the milk out. And it takes about 2.5 minutes for our amount of milk, and it's done. And it's like, it's so much better on the cow. She doesn't have to stay in the stanchion for a half hour. It's like, it's just one and done and all the way through. So, so yeah, that's great. And Willie's asking if there's enough for LAB from pig milk. Pigs are not, you don't hear about pig milk. You hear about goat milk, sheep milk, cow milk. You don't hear about pig milk because the way the pig works is it only drops milk very, a little bit, but very frequently. And so I've raised pigs before, so I know this, but the mama pig will walk around and all of a sudden she'll lay down and start grunting. And that's a sign for all the little baby pigs to run over there and grab the milk. And she'll grunt, and they'll all come over and they'll all start nursing, and they just go for it. You see her trying to kick them off. It's because she's not always full of milk. It's not like a cow where you can just kind of milk whenever. It only drops for a very brief amount of time, like a minute or 2, and then it's done. And then she waits about 15-20 minutes, and then she'll drop another minute or 2 of milk real quickly. And so it's really hard to milk a pig because she only drops milk for that little bit of time. So you'd have to be there and you'd have to milk all, 12 of her teats all at once for only like 2 minutes. And you'd only get a little bit. And then 15 minutes later, you'd have to milk it all for 20 minutes, or for 2 minutes. And then it's over, right? And so it's very hard to get pig milk. The pigs are very good at getting the milk because they're designed for it. Their little soft noses and their cute little faces, and they just go up there and they suck it all out. Oh, they're so good at it. But for humans to milk them, it's really hard. You can get horse milk, cow milk, all those other animals put out much more, but the pigs is very little bit of milk, very frequently. So that's why you don't see pig milk in the store or anything, and people don't keep pigs because you'd have to be there all day getting the milk, and at the end of the day, I don't know. I bet you it's delicious though. Look at these little pigs eating all that. They love it. They're designed to eat it, right, too. But yeah, so getting the pig milk, I don't I don't think it'd be possible to get enough to make LAB unless you were very diligent. And, you know, so anyway, is that postpartum coming out? I don't know. Is there 8 pigs there? 1, 2, 3. The thing keeps coming over when I hover over it. I only see 6 or 7 there. Looks like, and that's the other thing about the pigs. 1, 2, 3. I only see 6. That's the thing, is like the pigs can take, 15, 20 minutes between pigs coming out. What's my KNF maintenance of the pen? It's kind of set it and forget it. Interesting thing to talk about today, since I'm kind of just on this thing of pigs here and sharing, is that we also, I'm also in the process of repairing my other pig pen. So let me see here. Let me flip this camera and I'll just put it on this so you can, I don't know. I'll wait till the pigs are out of here, or we lose interest, whichever comes first. How can you lose interest on baby pigs coming out? I don't know. Maybe it's an impossibility. Hopefully she's not laying on the other 2 pigs. If she was, they still lived. Like I said, they're tough, and they also go. But and I'll show you pictures, because we're repairing the pig pen, so it's kind of interesting to see. I basically, on this pen, just across that side, we remove this back wall because this side gets rained on a whole lot, and the wood rotted out and the tin busted apart. Like, I don't know why it's glitching, but you can see this one's damaged too, to a degree, although we did wedge another piece of wood in there to kind of keep it from breaking. But this pig pen's 10 years old. I built this thing in 2012, so it's, and so, it's all you can ask of the materials. They're basically rotting from the IMOs that ate the tin away. They finally ate the metal of, that contact of the IMOs to the metal, because I just used metal roofing on the edges, on the bottom, to hold it in. And it basically, pigs, they lean against it and they've broken it. And so that other wall needed to be repaired. And actually, I tried to put Papa over there, and he immediately broke through the wall and then was just ravaging my gardens out here and all the bananas and everything. So I got him back, put him back in the same pen, and he's made a bunch of holes over there. So basically, I need to go through and replace all the metal, even this side. My whole pig pen needs to be replaced, which is like, I'm not really looking forward to that, but it's lasted me 10 years, which is pretty awesome. And I just have to, rebuild these back walls, which is not all the metal and all the rest of it is fine. But this lower part, it's about 3 to 4 feet of holding in the flooring. And since they've broken this wall, basically these logs that you see used to be underneath. They finally dug these up, which I shouldn't put the mouse over because you can't see the pigs. But we've, but the interesting thing is all those logs are pretty much gone at this point. So I can show you some pictures of what's going on, there, but largely maintenance, there's none. I mean, this is the first time in 10 years that I'm having to like dig out the wall and replace the wall. There's it's really no maintenance. I occasionally have to refill with wood chips, but I largely, it's every 6 to 8 months, and it's only, it's if I want to harvest out some of the material, which this material's epic, by the way. But largely I don't, and that's one of the beauties of this, is it's so maintenance free. There's no water. I don't have to spray it down. I water them to drink, right? But I don't have to use any water to like shoot out manure or anything. And what kind of wood did I use? For the bottom, the bottom wood, I used rose apple, which is a tree that was kind of dying out around here, and I cut all those down. And and then whatever trees I had around, I just cut them up. And it's important that you make them about 6 feet in length, 5-6 feet in length, because these shorter logs, if you look, all the logs that got dug up are shorter. The longer you make the log, the harder it is for the pig to dig up. So making them as long as possible is best. But whatever wood you got around, and then the wood chips, whatever you got for those, they work well. I've used banana stock, but the pigs eat the banana stock, so it's not really that, long-term. Coconut husk works really well if you got that around you. I don't know if they grow coconuts in Florida. Probably do. But whatever wood you got. And the key is, if your wood in the top is, the wood chips are not breaking down fast enough and there's too much space in between, you got to add a little soil to this. A little bit of soil, and that'll help to create the connection between the wood chips, so the fungus and mycelia can go and properly build a good floor. So a little bit of soil into there, but not much. And I recommend, throw in some biochar, and then inoculate it with IMO4 and pour, maintenance solution on it once or twice, and you're good to go. And where do I apply this compost out of the pens? Right now we're putting them in the food tacos. So raised garden beds is what we're putting it in, but it'd be a great top dressing as a compost IMO. You don't want to put the IMO like this type of IMO on your plants when they're first emerging, but after your plants are growing in the later stage of life, like after they've had their first changeover period, then you dress with this material, and as it's going into the changeover period, you dress with this, and then it really powers them up for going into the reproductive period, and powers your plants up to go through. In the case of the raised garden beds, we're putting it in the beginning, but it's a little bit different than trying to top dress on the soil. And let's see, close that window. It's a little bit cold. And by cold, I mean it's 85. No, it's not. It's like 70. And in this system, it's plenty fungal. Like if I take this pig pen material and I put it under the microscope, it's some of the most fungal, beautiful, thick strands. Also a lot of nematodes, which are good, not the bad nematodes, and protozoas. This is actually one of the best ways to make a IMO pile, is to use the animals. The material they generate is just beyond belief good. But it's hard to raising pigs is, it's no joke. It's hard. It's not the easiest thing to do. Yeah, and Eyewitness is looking for instructions for the chicken brood box. It is in some of Master Cho's literature of how the dimensions, and then you can also watch the chicken series. We build all those things and do them all, and you can see us go through with tape measures to measure everything out. So, and build in the pen. This pen here, this is the mama breeding pen, and it's a 12 by 14. This wall over here is 14 feet, and this wall here is 12 feet. 12 feet by 14 feet. And it's about what Master Cho recommends. And the reason for some people put these pigs in a farrowing crate, which is like a cage that they cage them up in, and I think that's crazy. This is how Master Cho does it. It gives them this big thing. And if you make your pen smaller than this, the odds of the mama stepping and crushing the babies is much higher. Versus, I bet you here I'm going to have all 8 pigs by the raise them all up to weaning size and beyond, because of the way the pen's designed. And she's so relaxed. And if you watch the live stream this morning, I was in there petting her, and she's so. And then when I did pick up the little pigs and they started to squeal, she was grunting at me like, "You put those back." And she's very concerned. So she's going to be a great mama, which is awesome. She's already defensive, very responsive to her pigs. That's what you want. Sometimes the moms don't like the pigs and they don't want anything to do with them. Oh, And the answer earlier is there were 7 males. One female, which is lucky because I only wanted one female to keep. So I'm definitely keeping her. Her name's been suggested as Gigi, the golden girl, because she's golden. But we'll see. We'll see what we ultimately end up naming her. I really want to. My dad suggested it. Oh, we gotta figure it out and get it good. But yeah, the answer was 7. So you guys, I probably should have said that earlier. I got distracted. But we had 7 males. What are the odds, right? Really not that great. There should have been 4 and 4, right? But no, we got 7 males. So I'm gonna have a lot of castrating to do, unless people don't want them castrated. Yeah, and if you rented a Mini X, yeah, we could dig all this out and do that in less than a week for sure. I've been just using a shovel, but it's awesome. I've been just digging this out and then putting these things in and repairing it. Yeah, there's a little yellow one. That's the golden one. That's the little female. And Rainbow Possum, thinking about using spent brewery grains for IMO 3 pile. You will need to amend it with some carbohydrates because the carbohydrates have been taken out of the spent brewery waste. So you will need to amend it with, so mix in some ready to go mashed potatoes or something, or whatever carbohydrates you got laying around. Oh, there's another pig coming out. Oh, I'm glad we waited. There's another pig. Did you see that? That thing was just popped right out of there. Welcome to the world, little pig. Hello. Yeah, so the carbs and the sugars are gone from spent brewery waste. Oh, it's that little stripy one. It's the doppelganger of her. This one has the same stripe she has. This little doppelganger. Wow. What a diversity that you never know what's going to come out. Oh, he's still attached to his umbilical cord, so he's struggling. He's still attached though. It'll break off though. Don't worry. Oh, that little pig. Welcome. So yeah, using those materials, they're good, but amend them back so that they're, you got the right mix in there. The proteins, I think, are still there, but the carbohydrates have been consumed. That's what made the beer so delicious. Yeah. It's a he, but he had to stay in there to put the stripe in the right place. Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh yeah. Yeah, the magic of baking these pigs in there. And then yeah. The other funny thing here, let's see here. I can't do it live, but they're basically, I can see them live on my other screen over here. They're basically just sitting there nursing, and she's relaxing in the corner. But I'm glad she turned around for us, so we got to see them pop out. That's really a cool deal. Really, yeah, I've been enjoying this here, watching all these pigs pop out. There's probably gonna be one more because I counted 6 out there. 4, 6. Yeah, that was the 7th pig. There's one more to pop out. The question is, should I speed it up, or is the pig gonna pop out within our office hour? That today, conflict, disengagement. Maybe I won't force it. Won't rush towards anything and have it rush towards us. We'll just see if the pig pops out. I do have it double speed, so that's why all the roosters and chickens in the background sound pretty funny there. But we'll see. Will the pig pop out in time? A little stripey. Oh, but there's this other one over here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I only see 7 so far. That one pig was trying to nurse on the backside. Ain't no nipples over there, man. This other guy's still stuck by his umbilical cord. Looks like these dark colored ones there up in the front, they're getting the good nipples. I'll rearrange them today. Go figure out. Go spend some time with the pigs. I may also continue to live stream the little piglets. We'll see after this. Keep it going. And also, I want to thank Cheryl and Ben Cameron for throwing down super chats, helping with the pigs. I'm gonna actually buy a little bit of ice cream and feed it to Shortribs, because that's, I want to give her a little treat. And I know when you're nursing, my mom was like, when I had you, I ate ice cream every day because that's what I craved. And so, giving these little treats to the pigs and rewarding them for being so good, like, I think we'll do some of that and get, I don't know if it's like nutritionally good to feed them ice cream, but man, nothing feels better than eating some ice cream. And maybe make little ice cream cones and feed it to the pigs and do a photo shoot, huh? Yeah. Gotta get up there with the camera today, because the pigs are in their cutest thing for the first couple weeks of life. They are just so cute, and then they get more mature in a way of like they become beautiful instead of cute, right? So we'll see. Oh man, to go over the feed regimen for the chickens right now. So yeah, okay, so if I was gonna feed my chickens, I'd start them off day 0, like I just get them from the hatchery with just brown rice and water. Okay, so a mountain of brown rice right in front of your little box where they're gonna go into their little thing where their birder hut. Mountain of brown rice. So they think brown rice is super abundant, and that mountain of brown rice is kept for the first 21 days, 3 weeks. That mountain of brown rice is kept there. Okay. And so anytime it's low, refill it. They always have access to brown rice. Now, on day 3 of having your chicks, no, raw brown rice. The whole idea is that if you put just brown rice, they will fill up with brown rice. You'll feel their front and they're just full of brown rice. What that's doing is that's stretching their intestines. It's not very digestible because it's brown rice and it got the hull on there. But a chicken's used to eating brown rice, and it'll eat a ton of it, and that'll stretch its intestines out. Okay. So first 3 days, uncooked, raw brown rice, a pile of it. First 3 days. That's that and water. Okay. You can make the chick solution, which is like, maintenance and something. I'm not going to get into the watering yet. Okay. Just following the food. Okay. First 3 days, just brown rice, just that. After the first 3 days, now what you do is you take an egg and you hard boil it. Okay. And it depends on how many chickens you have. It's about, hey, thank you. Yay, super chat. Thank you. Yeah, this is exciting. We'll put this money towards the pigs and have them little rewards, photo shoots, maybe get them little bandanas to wear. But then after day 3, you now introduce this hard-boiled egg, and you take that hard-boiled egg and like a micro grater, and you micro grate that egg, so that what you're doing is you're creating tiny little bits of egg. And it depends, but for every like 20, 30 chickens, you have 1 egg. So, and the broilers, the same for broilers in this very beginning. Yes, this is it. So that what you do is you put this egg, and it's very fine. You drop that in there. The first day, the chicks won't really know what it is, because you're dropping it in there and they don't really know what it is. So they're a little bit confused, but some of them will start to eat it and some of them will start to cluck. Okay. And they'll notify their friends that, hey, this is the good stuff. The key is after the eggs put in there, what this does is it gives them the nutrition, like the protein, everything they need to it's like mother's milk, because chickens don't have teats. They're not mammals. So this egg provides that strength, that nutrition, like it's as if it's milk. Okay. And then right after that, so it takes about 5 minutes of putting in this egg, that then you take bamboo. Why bamboo? Because it's sweet and it's very tough. It's hard for them to digest, but it's sweet. And so right after the eggs put in, the chicks, the first day they don't know what's happening, right? So this is a little weird the first day. The second day they will frenzy for that egg, and they will just frenzy and peck, just like finding the egg and just go nuts. And then right before they're done, and they're still in that frenzy mode, right before they're done, that's when you put in the bamboo. And the bamboo, oh my gosh, she's sitting on that pig in the back. Get up, shorty. But the bamboo goes down. Is that a new pig? Is that a new one that came out? I wasn't paying attention. That might be the last pig. Is it? 2, 4, 6. Oh, there's 8. Okay, 8. Cool. We got to see it. 8. The last one came out. That's the brand new pig. It just came out. Okay, there's 8 of them now. Yay, we got to watch the whole birth. So as that egg's going down, then you drop in the bamboo, and that bamboo is cut very small. Like imagine like a 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter or millimeter. I don't know. Very tiny. Centimeter, I think is what it is. Very, very tiny. Like imagine like glitter. Basically, you make glitter out of the bamboo, and you just roll it and cut it, and you can make it very small. But you drop that in there, and you need like 1 leaf per chick of bamboo, and that's dropped in. And what happens is the chicks then, or I should actually verify that amount of numbers, but it's not very much. It's like maybe 1 leaf per chick. That seems like a lot. Maybe it's not that much. Maybe it's 1 leaf per 4. I don't know. I'll double check my notes. But the basic gist is you drop a little bit of this in. And what happens is the chicks then start to eat that, and they start to associate this as very rare because there's not a lot of this leaf that's put in there. And the chicks start to associate this as very rare. And after they're done frenzying on the bamboo or on the egg, then they eat the bamboo. They think that's rare. They think it's sweet. It's like a little dessert for them. And then that trains them then to eat leaves. Okay. Oh, Papa's coming over. Hey, Papa. So, and then after they're done eating the egg and the bamboo, and they still have the brown rice there, then you start to put their food over there on the side. So it's kind of like you feed them the egg, bamboo, and then you put their food in there. So their food isn't available early. It's like after you're done with that, then you put their daily food there. And that's just the adult chicken food that you can just put a small amount, and there's a certain feeder for it. And then you do this for the next 11 to 21 days, somewhere in that region of 11 to 21. Basically, by 21 days, they should be completely off the egg and off the bamboo and onto their food and onto leaves and all those things. By day 21, they should be off all that. And the key is that you're training your chicks to lengthen their digestive tract. And this is for broilers too. You want that long digestive tract so they can digest. But the broilers, you put way more food than you do for the laying chicks. Laying chicks, you kind of starve them out. Not really, but you just limit their food so they don't get too big too fast. But so each day you put in, make sure the rice is full, throw in a little bit of egg, they'll frenzy. Then before they're done frenzying, you throw in the bamboo, they'll frenzy for that, they'll eat all that. Then you put in their food for the day. And it's all, I'd really have to go over this with like notes and things to show you and really be clear on that amount and everything. But that's the general theory, practice, everything. And then the chicks later, when you feed them grass, they think, oh, this is rare. And they eat a bunch of grass and they have this strong digestive tract and all these things. So anyway, just before here, so we got to see all the pigs being born. That was pretty awesome. Thank you, Shortribs. She got all our pigs out there. And let's just go back over here and I will... Oh, wait, hang on. I'll transition back and I'll make this a little bit bigger for you guys because you really don't need to see me that much. And here's just a live stream of the pigs right now. Just over here. Look at them crawling around. Doing their thing. But now I have 7 males, 1 female. Awesome. Thanks to Master Cho. Thanks for the Pure KNF Foundation. Thanks for this office hour. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Hope that was helpful of just, enjoying getting to see this birth with me. That's the first time I watched it. Glad my computer recorded it overnight and was able to share all this and bring it to life. Thank you for the super chats, you guys. Thanks, Goofman. Awesome, man. Thank you. It's been fun to connect with you guys. I really enjoyed chatting yesterday and just, hanging out, having a good time. Thanks for tuning in. And, I guess she kind of did pull an April Fool's on us. It wasn't that day. It was that night. She was like, I got you guys. But anyway, I want to just, thank you again. I probably will live stream the pigs a bit. Just, it's cool throughout the day and, may as well just put it up. I'm probably not going to record it on the computer and make an 84 gigabyte file again because, But yeah, let's see. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week, if not, if not before. Go over a little bit more of the pigs, and yeah, thanks. And yeah, Benny, thanks for all this, and cool. All right, well, I'm kind of blocked by these things, but I'll end this live stream here and the office hours, and then I'll see if I can pick up the other one there. So anyway, thank you. Long live the natural farmer. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Aloha. Bye now.